We did it again. Verizon was just named America's most reliable network by Root Metrics for the 16th time in a row, proving once again that nobody builds networks like Verizon builds networks. That's why we're building 5G right. That's why there's only one best network, Verizon. Best and most reliable based on Root Metrics reports from second half 2013 to first half 2021 of 3 operators on all network types combined, not specific to 5G networks.
And get to where you need to get.
Exactly.
That was a real story.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
You could tell you was in your rehab moment and you was talking from the podium. It was.
Mm-hmm. That was a real story. She does all the driving. And she did exactly what you just said, Angel, exactly what you do. You wanted to correct a mistake by keep going forward in the mistake.
Watch yourself, Reverend. It's too early in the morning now.
All I did was,
that was last night.
In my Antonio Smith manner, I just leaned back with my low, raspy voice, and I just said, why not just turn around now? You'll be out the mistake in less than 2 minutes. Or you can keep driving all the way down, and we'll see how long the mistake goes.
Well, you start throwing bombs, Antonio. Nice shirt, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Nice shirt. I need to lose weight so I can, fit it when I come to Texas.
As soon as you get here, I'll give it to you. They know.
I heard
frequently take the clothes off my back and give them away. I do it all the time.
I heard him too.
They know.
Loud and clear. I heard him loud and clear.
So I was going to say, be careful with those U-turns in California. I got a ticket in Laguna Beach doing that at about 1 o'clock in the morning. I had 4 people in the car, all from different states. And it took me almost an hour to explain to this cop why I was making a U-turn. And that's all I was trying to do, was just get back to where I needed to be, that he didn't seem to understand. That was about a $280 ticket too.
Yeah. Definitely want to be careful with those U-turns, that's for sure. That is for sure. But don't be driving in no mistakes, y'all. Don't do that. We've got a lot to discuss about today. A whole lot. All right. I just sent a text message. I'm glad I see somebody on now. A whole lot to talk about. If you are one of the people who work with, in this case, I would say for ATS consistently, as in I give you directives and get on your nerves daily. Yeah, I know who I'm talking about. Yeah, you understand? If I call you and I get on your nerves daily, and if you spend my money every day, who I'm talking about, Grace? Who I'm talking about?
Me.
And everybody else. Yeah, you, Chris. It's Monica. Yeah, okay, Deanna, all that stuff. All right. If you one of those people, you understand? If you one of those people, after this meeting, you have the rest of the day off. All right. You have the rest of the day off.
Okay, now, wait a minute. Okay,
y'all, wait, I got calls scheduled. What?
Okay, because what?
Well, you do those calls.
Monica, but you're pretty much off. Okay, when he say stuff like that, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'll be telling Chris and stuff. I said, man, that's a setup. Hold on, wait a minute. I know he be genuine, but I be like, man, that's a setup. Wait a minute. Let me make sure I do what I need to do.
Fair enough. We never take days off.
You know what I'm talking about.
But we are celebrating a black man. You understand? So when you think about it, when you think about who I am, you understand?
Yes.
Right.
I know you're genuine for real.
Okay. When you think about who I am, it ain't no setup. Okay. Keep your appointments. What time is my appointment with Jaquita, Deanna?
It is scheduled for. Hold on, I got a lot of stuff in my head. It's scheduled for noon.
All right. I'll keep that one because it's her. But the other ones, they gotta
got
go.
You covered. Yes, sir.
All right. All right, they gotta go.
All
But
right.
since is she on? Because she better feel special.
She
I
is
do
on.
feel special. Thank
Oh,
you.
there she is. Oh, okay, I was going to say, yeah, you better feel special, God dog it. All right, it better be awesome too. Your meeting better be awesome. You understand? All right, we got a lot to talk about and some difficult things to talk about, so I get right to it. I just want to say that first. Let's see. Well, everyone's off today. Erase that. Deanna wants me to rethink about Wednesday meetings due to COVID getting worse. Now, here's what we mean by COVID getting worse, talking about the 2 extra mutated strands out there. One of them is attacking children, and other one, well, both are extremely contagious, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's 2 of them. One was found in New York, another was found in California. You can Google these things. And the first one was found in the United Kingdom. So you can Google these things for yourself. But this has all happened in the last 3 weeks. Deanna wants me to shut down the office, which it's been shut down, but I will absolutely shut it down. So no outside visitors. And is Reggie and Chris on? Is Reggie and Chris on?
Chris is on.
All right. Well, you tell Reggie, okay, that means that y'all do pretty good. But no pushback here. You keep that COVID stuff outside because both of y'all go outside and come back inside. So you need to super spray, double spray. Don't let nobody touch nothing, Chris, and just don't be friendly. You understand? I need you to have an attitude with COVID because you and Reggie would be the only weak points of the office. You understand what I'm saying? And then Monica when she comes down. And just keep doing what y'all
Not
doing.
me. I don't go anywhere. I don't even leave my house.
Well,
nope.
Chris go everywhere, but Chris is safe. He's super safe. So it's not a dig at Chris. But, Chris, yeah, unmute your mic. God dog it. He's super safe. There you go. Chris is super safe. However, Chris, you have to realize as a leader, you are the weak point because you have to go so many different places and have so many different people. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to just know that since you are the weak point, you have to do 15 times more than everybody else. Fair enough? There you go. Appreciate you. Now, he's super safe. He's super safe. I never had to have a talk with him. I don't have to have this talk with him. But in the realm of this conversation, I'm having this talk now. Fair enough? So, Deanna, at your request, I will shut down the offices to outside visitors till May, and then I will reconvene with a decision after May. Now, I've done this already. I had the whole office shut down, didn't I? I was one of the first people in February. In February, I shut everything down. The only person who's come inside the office has been Sugar and Patricia. Other than that, there's been nobody inside the office. Nobody. And that's the truth.
Sweetest say, dang it, she was just about to come.
Yeah, definitely. So we got to be. I shut it down. I've shut down everything. I take it very seriously because, science. Now, what the next thing I'm about to say is going to be a little jarring for some of you. So let me preface it with a few things. I am not Republican. I am not Democrat. I am not conservative. I am not liberal. Okay, I had to say both because there's no Republicans in the United Kingdom. There's something else. Okay? I am neither. Let's talk about America for a second. Both major parties, the new version of the major parties, have black blood on their hands. Ain't no sense in me pretending with y'all. So it is what it is. They both guilty, and they both intended to be guilty. Sometimes one hung black people. Sometimes one was in the crowd cheering it on. Then they flipped. And then sometimes the cheering on people hung black people. And then sometimes they, cheered them on. If that don't make sense to you, I'll go even further. while Republicans today keep a good job of keeping my people locked up in prison, it was Bill Clinton and Joe Biden who put that law together. Both sides is guilty. You understand? So I'm neither. Period. I can't relate to either one of them. So what I'm about to say next is where leadership gets difficult. Because Deanna also wants me to shut down the Wednesday meetings, the Wednesday corporate Ricasa meeting. And she's right. Okay?
Yes, she
She's
is.
right.
Yes,
She is right.
That new variant that's out there is much more contagious. And that's why, I think what you're doing is right for now.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Definitely shut down the office. Deanna's right, but this is where I'm going to jar at some of you. She's right, but I'm also right by not wanting to shut it down. And I'll explain here in a little bit.
And I agree there too. I understand.
Yeah, it's both ways. Yeah, definitely.
Totally.
Yeah. So let this be a lesson to all of you, because Susan is right, Deanna is right. Leadership is not as easy as it looks. So if Deanna is right and I am right, it means I need to make a decision that's not based in right and not based in wrong. It's kind of common sense when you play it out that way. I would have had the Ricasa corporate meetings in person last February. That's when we started. You didn't get your software to something, but we started literally getting people without software in February. So if you think about it, I completely shut that down too in everything for a whole year. You understand what I'm saying? For a whole year. So now you get this duality. Yes, that's right. And then you start thinking, well, how can I keep people safe? Because this obviously ain't going nowhere. But I told y'all this. I told y'all in February, I told all of you to be ready for 18 months. It wasn't me saying it. I pulled up the words from the president of the Federal Reserve. That's the people who control the money. Give it to the government. And I said, this man said 18 months. And I said, me as, well, what I said was as a black man American, I don't even be believing stuff like that. That sounded like 24 to 36 months to me is what I told all y'all. I did. So I shut everything down. So now what I'm thinking is, how do you, so let me explain one more thing. I've bought, what you call it, Deanna? The beep.
Non-touch digital thermometer.
There you go. So I went, bought the non-touch thermometer, got everybody wearing masks. But what happens if you what you call it, Susan? Asymptomatic? Ain't that it?
Yeah, asymptomatic.
Yeah. So then the non-contact thermometer just becomes security theater. At that point, it just makes you feel good. It ain't really working. You understand what I'm saying? If you're asymptomatic. And everybody has done very well wearing a mask. Even when we, the only time we pretty much take them off is to take a picture. And everybody's done very, very, very well. I have no idea what to do about Wednesday meetings right now. I haven't decided yet. That's where I'm at. So right now, we'll still have it until I make a decision. I don't know what to do just yet. Leadership ain't that easy sometimes. It's not. Because it has nothing to, remember, Ricasa doesn't put a dime in my pocket. Not one. Not a single one. But here's the evidence set before me. Everybody who showed up has signed up. And everyone who has signed up has shown up. Morale is sky high. There's something fundamental. Go ahead, Susan.
Well, how about adding, just for a test, the same concept in a Zoom type setting?
I would most certainly think about and more than likely do that as well. My hang up in my head is there is something fundamentally different about not meeting in person, but it's what Jerry said about being able to meet the top ranked staff and to fellowship is the word I would like to use there. There's something about that. And I chose my words the way I want. Fellowship that's different than getting together. Fellowship is something different. And there's something there that's my hang up. Go ahead, Phil.
Well, you're literally changing atoms. You're breathing in my atoms and I'm breathing in your atoms. And we're tribal by nature. So the fact to get together in a tribal setting is something that it's in our DNA.
Yeah, absolutely. And it works. It absolutely works. So my hang up is not, and I want you all to hear this, it's not that I'm some millionaire and I'm losing money. I'm not going to lose a dime and I'm not losing money. Right? That's I go to Zoom, I'm going to do smoke signals. We still going to be good. As a matter of fact, COVID will continue to bless this company because as long as people are scared and they need instructions and we're the greatest instructors in the world, they're going to keep coming. Let's just face it. Go ahead, Jed. Oh, hold on. You muted yourself. There you go.
If I can, I don't want to beat this horse, but just to reiterate to everybody, protect yourself, boost your immune system. And I know it costs money to do this, but you have to do this now. Take your vitamin C, your vitamin D, your zinc. Do it in the doses that make a difference. I do 10,000 IUs of vitamin D every day, especially now that we're inside. You're not getting any vitamin D from the sun. And the science is good. It does protect the cells from, you can get the virus in your body, and if you've boosted your immune system that way, it's not going to harm you the way it would otherwise. They just came out with a study, and they really, they think that the sun exposure is why the homeless population has not been hit hard with this thing. And that's the vitamin D. So, just be aware of that and understand that really can help you. I think I told you before I'd gotten sick before early on in this back in April. And I'm convinced that that's what's brought me out of it quicker and has protected me at this point, because you just got to take care of your own body, and you can't get these nutrients from food anymore. It's very difficult. You couldn't eat enough to get that much vitamin D. So take care of yourself when you can.
I agree with that, Gary. And then also the zinc, and if you can, the elderberry, and they have them in the gummies, which are good. And then B12. So those, skip a multivitamin. I mean, you're not getting anything in that. Save your money on the multivitamin. And really the vitamin D, so forth, it's not that expensive. And I totally agree. Bill and I had our first vaccine last Wednesday. He hadn't felt anything, and I've been in bed since like Friday with chills and all that. So my body is hypersensitive to anything that comes into it. So I'm, feeling better today, but that's part of what you go through. Some people, you don't have it. It's just that it's working. It's kind of shows that it's working. Actually, your immune system is working. So, I feel good about all of that. And I feel like we're on the home stretch. We get the next vaccine on February 4th. And it was, a well-run drive-through. You had a beautiful, beautiful park that has this butterfly world. We were watching like peacocks as we're sitting in line, sitting there strutting and horses and different things. So it was pretty amazing how they had it set up and how, you're not in any really contact with anybody. And all I could do to the nurse that finally put the injection in, and I'm all covered up with the shield and the mask and a hat and sunglasses and so forth, because you can't smile, you can't acknowledge. And so what I did is I did my prayer hands and bowed down to her, and I could tell just how much that meant to her. And as a reminder to everyone, a virtual hug, smiles, and under the mask, if you're out, just some sort of acknowledgement to someone that's helping you and those at home as well. So Antonio, I'm happy that you're doing this, and I totally agree. We've held so many meetings through the years, and people just love to come, and you really get to know people and build relationships, and it's all about relationships. So I know it's a hard decision for all of you. Right now I think safety first, because you want to be able to have another meeting, number one, if you think of it that way. But if you could figure out a way to make that, even if you experiment and do every other, figure out to make it really special somehow, the Zoom thing, that you're going to have some download giveaways, just make it fun, like a party type atmosphere, a real social networking event where you're all going to get to know each other and give each person time to talk. And I don't know, I know we do that on here, but something a little extra, and I'm not sure what that is, but I'll think about.
I've got some ideas. I've got some ideas. Ken W. Johnson was gracious enough to give us a whole floor. We don't just have a whole room. We have like 9 rooms on one floor, 3 of them being conference rooms, plus an office. So it allows my mind to be creative. By the way, I saw Latrice show her elderberries while you were talking as well. And Ashley hit me with a message and saying, she knows how to accomplish fellowships virtual. She does it daily, and we can do it. And of course, that's something that we know how to do too. And I'm open, Ashley, to anything you say, but it's more of, you got to think about this from the opposite perspective. And then you'll see my struggle. I'm talking to everybody. I could stop this, no problem, because it's not messing us up. I need you to get that. I need you to get that we are thriving in COVID. So this isn't a matter of we're losing money or we need this or anything like that. We've got to save the company. We need to keep revenue. No. And Ricasa doesn't go back to ATS. Like, I need you to get that. This is extremely important. If I wanted to make money, I'd just say, Monica, make 15 calls. And then Monica will convert 8 of them, and that's 100% profit. You understand? Every time they do something, it's 100% profit. Every time you do something, it's 50% profit at the very least. If it comes to Ricasa, then it's 10% profit. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? All right. So actually, it's not even 10% profit. It's 10% revenue, because there's no profit there. It's just doing the operating expenses. So it's 0% profit if Ricasa does it. It's not that I'm protecting us. It's that it's starting to make you a lot of money quickly. There's my struggle. You understand? Now, the realest thing Susan said was, you just said it off the cuff, but it was so real. But you want to be able to have another meeting, right? So that was like, that's the realest thing she said. You got to be alive to have another meeting.
We all want to finish this race. We all want to finish this race.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a prerequisite. You want to have a meeting, you got to be here. Yeah.
I'm always telling Phil that, because he's always thinking of something, and I'm like, we're going to finish this race here.
Yeah. Hey, Damali, good to see you back from Africa. I forget who told on you. one of your friends. Oh, actually, I think it was actually that told on her that you just came back from Africa. But yeah, anywho, that's just my dilemma there. I can tell you for sure that we will have a meeting this Wednesday. I need some more data, so y'all need to just do what you do, and then I will more than likely have a decision after that day. I can tell you for sure we will have that because it's small enough to where we already spread out, but it's controllable enough now. The variable or the problem that we have is the people who come in. Okay, now but the problem that the office has is Reggie and Chris. You understand? Facts are facts. Facts are facts. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, we don't get to say, "Oh, but I'm saved." No. Or I be safe. No. Because it has nothing to do with you touching a doorknob. Doesn't matter how safe you are. You understand what I'm saying? It just doesn't matter how safe you are. It has nothing to do with you walking in. There we go. Has nothing to do with you walking into someone's cough that is in the air, or someone sneezed that stayed on a cardboard box for 17 hours. Some of this stuff you just can't avoid. You understand? If you can avoid it, then I wouldn't have had this conversation. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. So this stuff is common sense. But as a leader, I've got to keep y'all safe. Also, as a leader, I got to make you money too. So I'm having a dilemma. Am I easy to shut the office down because it's been shut down? And then we didn't lose anything shut down. That's been shut down over a year now. By my calculations, and all of you should hear this, the last time I said something, Jerome, I was right. Last time I said something, I was right. Okay, everybody thought I was crazy when I said February that y'all gonna see this all the way the whole year, and everybody said, "You exaggerating." In fact, at that time, it was the liberal hoax. At that time, okay, when I said that, it was a liberal hoax. Now, I'm telling y'all, you gonna see this until mid. What is this? Just 2021. All right, you're gonna see this at its worst until mid 2020, so 2021, and then 2022. Mid 2022, it's still gonna be here. I'm telling you, it's just math. It's a 14-day incubation period, and I'm not even talking about mutation. We're not even talking about the mutation. All right, it's just a 14-day incubating period. So by the time you find out, you got 3 days. Pull out your calculator, Grace. No doubt, Jerry. It's definitely time for virtual reality. If y'all was part of that, whatever class, Friday class, I showed everybody something that was just crazy. 14-day incubating period, Grace. Put that in there. And then this is when you start feeling symptoms, right? After this 14 days. The way that works scientifically is the bacteria has to just keep multiplying or keep doubling until you start getting a runny nose or something. 3 days on average is what you're going to do, plus 3. When you say, man, something don't feel right. How many of you know what I'm talking about? That none of y'all go to the hospital as soon as you got a runny nose. Nobody does that. That's overkill. You understand? That's overkill. That's 3 days. 1 day to get your test results. Then so now you're at 18 days. Now you ain't got to add here, Grace, but then I'm just going to assume you're a fantastic person. You're going to quarantine yourself. Okay. Problem with that is you're going to quarantine yourself with somebody you live with, that's somebody you just infected. Why? Because you've been walking around infectious for 18 days. So assuming that you have 2 people in your household, your sister and your cousin, Can you multiply that by 2, Grace? We all know it's 36, but just indulge me for a second. This means 36 days per household will be infectious. Can you just stop your screen just for a second, Grace? Deanna, could you share your screen for me, please? And could you Google, we're just going to deal with America. How many households are in America? Listen, y'all. This stuff ain't got to be political. You could just do plain old calculator math. How many households are in America? That's all we're looking for. We ain't even looking for family. Jesus. Okay, you can just stop there right there. You can just stop it. If I do the math on the calculator will break. All right. 122 million households in America. Since 1% of those are in the top 1%, won't be in any trouble like mine, then you can scratch off. You now take that down to 120 million. Here's my point. Mathematically, until we go on a United Kingdom, India full lockdown, we ain't getting no better. However, if we go on a full lockdown, that makes me a flaming liberal and I'm ruining the country and all sorts of other stuff, okay? Do you understand how this works? Do you understand how this works, okay? We got everything politicized, so it makes it, now it don't matter to me because I ain't neither one. I just told y'all, I just sat here and told a bunch of y'all who are Democrat, who are Republican, both y'all tripping. I just literally said that. I opened up my call by saying all y'all tripping. I did. And I did. Because the moment you choose conservative, you choose no free thinking. The moment you choose liberal, you choose no free thinking. Go ahead, Kathy.
And let me just add to that. I've had the virus.
That was going to be my last point.
And I didn't have any symptoms. I was able to carry on normal daily activities, work out, and everything. So just imagine somebody like me that's constantly going to work, constantly going in the grocery stores. Just imagine that one person, how they can affect so many people. Because I was able to do everything normal. I wasn't, but I had it.
Yep, absolutely.
So you have to think of that too.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I waited till Kathy was negative before I did the Houston meetings. She told me about her cases the moment she knew about it. Okay. There's somebody else. See, this is my other problem, Susan, because now y'all catching it. This is my other problem. Y'all catching it. There's somebody right now that's just as prideful gets. I know doggone well you got the doggone virus and you doing everything you can to suffer alone. And you ain't said nothing, but it's obvious you got the virus. And I knew when you got the virus because you wanted to do something and I called you privately and told you, are you sure you want to do that? And you still did it anyway. And now you've been sick for a few weeks. I ain't no dummy. You understand? But you got to do, everybody has their free will. So y'all catching the virus. And I'm going to just tell you, it's not, well, everything's your fault. Everything's your fault. But this is a fault of leadership, okay? This is a fault of leadership. There are so many different things that we could have done better. It just is what it is. It's not attacking nobody. It just is what it is. Science is the same way that I get to tell Chris and Reggie that they are my weak spots. Even though they do well, they're still weak spots. It's the same way I get to tell you that Deanna's right and I should shut it down. It's the same way I get to tell you that we made some serious leadership baffles at the top. We did. We just absolutely did. Okay. As far as coronavirus is concerned. Now, you can have everything else. You can have greatest economy in the world and all that stuff, right? You can have stole the election. You can have all that. Don't bother me one bit. But as far as a pandemic goes, there's some stuff we could have did better. Okay, like
Antonio, I
yes,
think
ma'am.
that you and I, we had these conversations with our strategic mind back in February and March, and what you're saying now, we knew then, and I think that you put a lot of good things in place, and protecting the staff, and taking Deanna to the grocery store, and being there with her, with
I still do it.
Not only just protecting yourself, you don't know what kind of anger and violence you're going to encounter in the stores. I think the safest thing to do is have things delivered, because let it sit for a little bit, because then you don't have to, be in contact with people. If you can have stuff delivered that's, either free delivery or minimal delivery fee, that's the safest way, as this new variant that's out there that's more contagious. But we had these conversations then. And then also, just, as note, if you've had it, you're really only immune for about 2 months.
Yeah.
So you can get it again.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think it's wonderful you're having these conversations. And just like the businesses that are out there now that are trying to survive, and they've had to make tough decisions. But if we had, the shutdowns like the others early on, we would be in the position we're in now. But, we are where we are. So we have to take it.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And I don't mean listen, everybody who knows me knows I am Mr. Trump is my president. Do you understand what I'm saying? I said, Mr. I'll even put the Honorable Mr. Trump as my president. I'm a military veteran, so it's still hardwired into me to respect my chief commander. Do you understand? My commander in chief. And I ain't got nothing else to say. I said what I said. I served my United. If you want to disagree, go serve the army, and then or the military. Then you can disagree.
I agree with.
Yeah.
Now.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
All of you.
Thank you.
The setup in Washington right now, they say, looks like Baghdad. The way they were all set up there, it's that much and more. And having a son in the military as you, I totally get that. And yesterday Pence spoke to some military. I don't know if you saw.
I read it.
And he did a good job, and so did his wife. Have kids in the military, which they learned from kids, just as Phil and I did from our son. So I mean, we're just Americans. Actually, we're just humans. On the planet.
That's it. No, you're right.
They got more troops in DC right now than we had in Baghdad.
They should. Should. And it's really, if you can just, I say this respectfully, okay, there's been a pump that has been primed. Let's see, the election was in November, but starting in February, it was, this election is going to be stolen. So you framed that. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't flame that and then act like there won't be consequences for that. There's consequences for that. There's absolutely consequences for that. It doesn't matter if they're good or bad. That's not my opinion. My opinion is, if you want to disagree, then go serve the military. And then you can have all the disagreements you want. I stand by your disagreement. Civilians make me sick sometimes. Let me tell y'all. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just telling you. You want to disagree, go serve the army. Go ahead.
I just wanted to tell you, not only yourself as military, you got quite a few military personnel on here. Of course, we have Romy Rome, Baltimore Zone. We have Miss Cindy. She says she's USAF veteran. Tell me what USAF stands for.
Air Force.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Air Force. And then Dr. Renita. She says she's retired. U.S. Army.
So
retired.
they all feel what I'm saying. Let me tell y'all something about us veterans, okay? Let me tell y'all something. We went through hell. I don't care if it's Air Force. I don't care if it's Navy. And they basic training is a bit easier than Army, and then Marines is a little tougher than mine. Let me tell you something. We all feel the same doggone way. If you're not willing to pick up the flag and die for it, you just keep your little mouth shut, okay? We all feel the same way. We do. I'm telling.
Okay.
Look. You
I'm
understand
sorry.
what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I'm a civilian, but I agree wholeheartedly with what you just said. Ain't no way on God's green earth am I gonna go up against a veteran talking about our country this and our country that. Me personally, never walked into a recruiting place. I have seen recruiters and turned the other way. I have had friends who have decided to go, and I'm like, why are you going? My brother was considered it, and I just looked at him, and I told him, whatever you choose to do.
See, if y'all get inside
I
my
will
head,
love you 100%.
if y'all get inside my head, I wouldn't even let her vote. You understand? Like I'm wrong. Don't get me started.
And I ain't mad at
you. Don't get me started.
And I'm not even mad at you.
I'm with
Miss
Deanna.
Renico Tierney. Miss Renico Tierney is also.
That's right. She's getting ready to retire here pretty soon.
Shout out to you.
You still in? You went guard, didn't you?
I went. I was active duty Navy and then went over to Air Force Reserve. So
God bless you. God bless you. Yeah. Well, shout out to all us veterans, especially my more seasoned veterans. They know what I'm talking. Listen. Yes. There's not a single veteran that disagrees with what I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
Y'all complain too much.
And then to have to deal with what you have to deal with after you literally gave your life for this country.
Army ruined my marriage. And I know I ain't the only one in here.
For you to have to come back and get treated worse than you did before you left? Oh, no. I'm not signing up for that. So I applaud every last one of you for doing what you did. Because I wasn't going to do it. I didn't even have a reason not to. I was 100% full health.
Only person I know still married from the Army is Jerome. I don't know nobody else. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know nobody else. No. Ain't that right, Teddy? I don't know. The Army ruined. I'm just trying to tell y'all, it's difficult.
Antonio, I went into the Army single.
God bless
4
you.
years. Then I got out and got married and came back in.
Wow, you crazy. I
already got beat up and run over and treated like garbage first without a wife. So when I got one, I knew how to treat her.
Man, let me tell you.
Smart man. Wait till you're out of
hardest job in the world is a military wife. I stand by that. Come on, Law. Shaquita, you a military wife?
I was just gonna say.
I was.
100%.
We did it again. Verizon was just named America's most reliable network by Root Metrics for the 16th time in a row, proving once again that nobody builds networks like Verizon builds networks. That's why we're building 5G right. That's why there's only one best network, Verizon. Best and most reliable based on Root Metrics reports from second half 2013 to first half 2021 of 3 operators on all network types combined, not specific to 5G networks.
There she is.
Antonio?
Yes, sir.
Being a preacher's wife ain't a walk in the park.
No, sir, it ain't. It sure ain't. It sure ain't. Go ahead, Law. Go ahead, Law. You say you was just going to say? Don't he just sound so sexy? I need to put him on a voice. I mean, he needs to be a voice actor or something for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I agree on 100%. It's so funny because I remember when the recruiters was trying to recruit. You know, they always start in high school, whether it's, and they was going back and forth and calling. And one day they called, and I picked up the phone and I said, "Well, since when y'all started letting homos into the military?" And he said, "Well, we have the don't ask, don't tell." I said, "No, I can't abide by that. I have to tell." And they said, well, sir, you have a great day. I was like, well, thank you for calling. I appreciate you.
You are so law. So consistent, I tell you. I know.
So weak right now.
So consistent. Oh my God. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to have that. This is our first time. This is our private meeting, and I would have had to privately tell them that listen. Deanna is my number 2 in charge. She's chief operating officer. So if she tells me she thinks something, I take that very seriously. You understand? I don't do the whole, well, I'm the boss, so you go, no. I was not considering it until she said something this morning. Okay. When she said something this morning, I'm considering it. We will meet Wednesday. I need to see something in person. I've got some ideas. I'll tell you one of the things floating around in my head. Let's say 50 people come to the meeting. I'm thinking about splitting them between all 3 rooms and then having, because we got 4 different leaders who are well able. Ken, Deanna, Grace, and myself. Okay, and if Monica's there, then that would be 5. I would include Chris, but somebody got to hold the camera. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Chris can present and be like, okay, well, let me tell you about Ricasa real quick and camera this way. He's got to have a limitation somewhere. Somebody's got to record all of it. So I can spread 50 people across 3 rooms. I'm thinking about that. And then we just do an intimate presentation, not with all the, the corporate flair, you know what I'm saying, that we've been doing. So that's one of the things floating around in my head. Zooming it live, obviously, would be pretty cool too. I was thinking about that. I'm also even thinking about like a little break, how you treat it like a breakout session, but with the camera. So you can have people, ask intimate questions. There's so many different things in my head, but I need to get back there Wednesday, and I need to pretend like I'm at war, and I need to go through the motions. My mental picture isn't what I want it to be. It is, but I just need to see how the people are going to react. I need to see that. So that's why I want to do this Wednesday, to see. In the meantime, I'm with Susan here. America taught me, and I'm just talking about America, okay? Taught me one thing, Tyranny. Y'all don't wash y'all doggone hands. If I don't know nothing else, you understand? I know that much. I know that much. Y'all don't wash your hands, and apparently y'all don't brush your teeth because toilet paper went off the shelves. Not no soap. You understand? Hey, soap didn't go off. Toilet paper and sanitizer. So y'all not even washing. Y'all just taking all the short ways around. And with no toothpaste off the shelves, it should have been everything off the shelves. You understand? Shouldn't even be no sardines and potted meat left. Y'all just bought toilet papers and napkins. 2 things you ain't got to wash your napkins. You ain't got to wash your hands with no napkins. You wipe your hands with napkins. You understand? You ain't got to. I'm watching y'all as an introvert. I am watching y'all. Yeah. You shaking my hands. Anywho, let me come to a couple of say perspective. A couple of more things. That's it for the COVID part. Let's see. Chris. Is Chris still here? Is he still here?
I'm here.
All right. Yeah. I need a YouTube trailer, and I need you to help me with it. All right. Not just shooting it. I want to put your clever mind on it. It's time for me to do a YouTube trailer. It doesn't make sense, and I haven't had one all these years.
Can you make one for me too while you're at
it?
Drop and drop.
All right, cool, man. Yeah. I need your clever brain on it. So okay, cool. YouTube trailer. Write that down so he doesn't put it on the board, Chris. Deanna. No, Grace. God dog it. All right, I need help with IG and Facebook. Oh, that's what that meant. Okay. I need one of y'all. Oh, go ahead, Jerome. Go ahead. My bad. But typically I be hearing some air in the background, and your background's so quiet.
Yeah, whatever. Ain't nobody here but me. Okay.
There it is.
Without any commentary, the thing that keeps running through my mind with Wednesday was something we talked about last Friday. Consider it done. Consider it done. And that's all I'm
Amen. No, amen. You're right. You're right. That's you are right. So without commentary, the first thing I thought about, and yes, Jerry, I was finna respond to you, but yeah, she told us to. She told us to. I know for sure, Jerome, that we're unstoppable, and everything that is going to happen for us in this season, God has already approved. So I received that, Jerome. You actually made my decision a lot easier. You took about 50% of the confusion off of it for me. So I appreciate that when you said that. That was flesh and blood did not reveal that to you, Jerome. You know, you understand. You understand. So good stuff. You were supposed to say that right there. You were supposed to say that. Now, Daoud is getting ready to start doing some videos, y'all. I don't know if y'all ready. That's a good looking brother there, let me tell you.
Lord, I don't know if they ready, Reverend.
I don't know if y'all ready. He sent me a test video. Let me show y'all what this boy look like. Hold on. This boy look like, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna put
They're
y'all
not ready.
No.
Yeah. Show us. I'm sorry.
I know. I'm not. No. Y'all gotta
I
see.
love my brother. Show us.
Y'all gotta see this here. I want y'all to see this man hair. This man was. Y'all gotta see this. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure y'all just allow me this little awkwardness that I'm doing right now. Y'all gotta see this. I looked at this boy, and I think my advice is to let me tell you. As soon as they see that, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. You ain't got nothing to worry about. He got his half standing up, and it's got like this cute streak of gray, like it's like one little streak, and it's perfectly, it's there, like God said, perfectly placed. Yeah. It's like, all right, gray right there, right? It's just, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I say, boy, you worry about nothing. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. He sent me a little test video. I ain't gonna let y'all hear it because it was tested. He wanted to make sure he got some feedback from me, so I ain't gonna show y'all. I ain't gonna let y'all hear it, but I'm air dropping it to myself. Let me show y'all this guy. Now, just imagine this boy. Let me share my screen. All right, here we go. I had to transfer in from phones. Open up computer. There we go. All right, here we go. Now, look at this here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this here.
Get it, Dode.
Look at that.
Don't kill him, Dode.
Okay.
Look at that.
Serious.
Look at Grace. Look at Grace.
Look at him. I don't even know what this is, but it's sexy. I don't even know what that is. What is this?
He cute.
The little 5 o'clock shadow.
I call that structure. Look at that.
Just let me put some gray here. I don't even know how he flipped it like that.
It's got high cheekbones, and it's the definition there.
It's called
is that
structure.
What that is?
It's called
structure.
Structure, Antonio.
He got it.
He got it.
Yeah, he got it. Yeah.
That means he's built. He's built now.
Look,
cut it out.
What law say? Y'all can thank law.
Look, does he talk?
Oh yeah.
Or does he just stay there? Because he can stay there.
He can just stay there and be good, huh?
Put a caption on that thing.
No, we need to make a picture. No, we'll put him on. Look, give me a picture and I'll just put him on my wall. Okay?
That's it right there.
Right,
that's it right there. God dog it. That's it. Yeah. God made a good one, didn't he, Korea?
Yeah, he made us to look.
That's it. That is it. I ain't mad at you. So I looked at that. So I saw that. I said, boy, you ain't got no problem. You can say whatever you want to say. You got to do your ABCs. You'll be just fine. You'll be just fine. Yeah, so y'all get that. That was actually on my morning meeting to tell y'all. Daoud is finna start doing videos. Y'all better be ready. Okay. Thank you, Law, for bringing him here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We give all credit to law. There we go. Now, I need some help. I need one of you ladies. I need Grace, Monica, or Deanna, or even Chris, if he wants to learn and stuff, he can do that too. I need one of y'all. If I can't get one of y'all, then I'm gonna get somebody else. Don't matter what it is. I need some help. Who wants to help me?
If it has anything to do with helping Daoud, it's like no.
So I got Phil hand up. Good. Okay. Good. And we can help Daoud too.
Vanessa help Antonio.
Vanessa
Depends
help.
on what it is now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
what we helping with?
Antonio? What you need?
At this point, I'm getting over 1,000 messages a day.
Oh wow.
And I can't respond to all of them. Here's the deal. Yeah, I haven't been.
Antonio.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm like, oh no, because I had to handle all of Les's emails, and there were like 500,000, and they're wanting to catch them up, and respond, and then take care of the daily ones, and that's it. Get ahead of it, man. Get ahead of it.
Yeah, it is. I'll show y'all, man. This is just, I don't know what to tell you. What I've done with my reputation and fame is I've bottlenecked it all into private, right? I've done that, and then I exploded it outward. If I tell you, let me give you an example. This is what made me the scientist said. It's literally on my notes. I need help with Facebook and Instagram because every time I go to Clubhouse, I haven't been on Clubhouse in a month. Because every time I go to Clubhouse, I get 500 new messages. And my integrity, until I answer the very last message, I'm not going back to Clubhouse. Because I respond to every single person. I do. I just always done that. I've always done that since MySpace days. I just can't do it anymore. It's impossible now. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. It's not even something that is doable. It's just not. It is too crazy to go. And then now, I'll give you a bit of an example. So here's Facebook, and I don't even know if it's gonna let me do it. There we go. And it just goes and it goes and it goes and it goes. It goes. It has no end, y'all. I'm telling you, as much as you see it in, it don't have an end. It's just gonna keep on being new ones, keep on being new ones, keep on being new ones.
Antonio?
Yes, ma'am.
I was on the back office and the admins section, checking all of that out and going through it. It is, I love it. I love everything about it. You've got all those things there, but there's also an area in there, instead of having a text message, is that the only way, or can they email you and it come into the system here moving forward?
I'm sure that can happen, and I will make that happen for sure. But even then, right, still going to, I see where you're going. She's talking about, can you send it to where a few people can grab it? The deal is that's for the business side of it, that's just a bunch of hot leads. Just patiently waiting. At this point, I honestly get over 1,000 messages a day. Honestly, I honestly do. And I'm grateful. There's no sense in me even pretending to complain, because I prayed to have this problem. You understand? Like let's just keep it real. I said, I want to be this. I prayed to have this problem, but I also recognize that my method no longer works, because some of these people, so this is the non-business side, some of these people are hurting and they want real help. Actually, a lot of these people are. and I have the power to do so, and I can't get to them. So my method is prolonging some people's pain. If I tell y'all, when I respond, at this point, I respond, and you can see people start crying. And they, you know what, Monica, Grace, I said both of y'all, have y'all interacted with somebody? Well, you have. Can you tell us some of the interactions when I screenshot y'all and they say, oh my God, this is what I've been praying for? Can y'all give us some of that feedback real quick?
Oh yeah, there's been a lot of that. I would say probably about 50% of them, just because they've been looking for something similar to what we offer. So I've had people cry on the phone many times. Through text message, they're like, "Oh my God, he's a blessing from God. I can't believe he's doing this." I mean, yeah, I've had it all. So and it's good, right? Because they finally found their spot. But there's definitely a lot that we need to get to, and obviously treat them as if they're the most important thing, like you've always said. So, yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Same thing that Monica was saying. We'll text them, to let them know who we are and where we're calling from. And when I get people on the phone, I let them know, hey, I'm Grace Sandos from the ATSJR companies. And they say, who? I say, I work with Antonio T. Smith Jr. Oh, yeah. And you can hear the excitement. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I am a lot bigger than what it seems. Yes, sir.
You talk to my niece one-on-one more than you talk to me. I'm talking to her about getting on the calls. And she said, "Oh no, he responds to me." And I'm like, "Huh? Oh yeah." I'm like, "What the hell?"
Well, I see you every day.
I just shut up. I'm like, "Okay." Antonio, she's happy. You have made her happy. And my other buddy, I've been watching those videos, Jerome. He's got some really good videos. I'm like, okay, what can I say? So you're right. You need help, buddy, because you're impressing them.
I appreciate you. Yeah, so I definitely need that. So I've seen a bunch of hands go up. I will remember, and I'll do it in a way in which it's not a data breach, because what you're going to have is these are people that they're obviously dropping a number, but they're saying, I've got messages that say, I just got diagnosed with AIDS. And then they say stuff. So I've got to be careful, how I do it. But and there's no you don't even need to pretend to act like me. Like I'm not even saying that. I'm saying you can just be on behalf of me and sort people to me who need to be to me, right?
Hey, I have something to say.
Yes, ma'am.
That sounds like a very simple solution in my head, because that's similar to what I'm doing as a team with my group. Prior to knowing about you adding your swag to what I was already doing and doing that same concept makes a lot of sense, because what we're doing is I have very carefully selected a group of people who have expertise in different areas. Some are certified counselors, others are life coaches in different areas, but I can't be everywhere at one time, and I don't want to give my life away and not be able to spend time with my family. So I want to have balance. So with balance, I'm utilizing my team if they have a specific thing that they need help with. If it's something more physical, like, they want to take care of their body, so they're having issues with their body. If they're having a medical issue, if they're having a more mental issue where they have a certified counselors available for different areas, maybe for, so it's a way around that, Antonio. I think you're spreading yourself way too thin, but you're capable of doing it. So, I mean,
well, we've been no. You're 100% correct. They've been Grace and Deanna's been responding to messages for me. How long, Grace? I don't know. They've been doing it.
Oof. Yeah, because you always ask, hey, can you sound like me? I'll think about it, and then I ask Deanna, like, say it like this. Okay, yeah.
They've been doing it. They just fell off. Okay, they fell off. So it's been that way. They just fell off because it's not something that they ought to have time to do, or have the it's Grace doesn't like anything administrative, so at least too much. So maybe against her skill set and stuff like that.
I have another question. Sorry. So, but the first initial response to them, wouldn't that be more of a generated response? Because honestly, you've been coaching me before I was on the 8 a.m. call. And I really could have been great without even being on this call. It just made me greater being on the call because I have a better connection with you guys and I feel a part of a community. But before then, I was winning on those videos, like taking notes, learning things, and having things I can grow from. So I understand people want to meet you and connect with you, but just the initial response, hey, join the team and get me in these videos, and I'm going to catch up with you soon, or someone on my team.
Yeah, no doubt. So you're in the right place of what I have been doing. Most people talk to Grace and Dion, Grace and Monica. Most people talk to them, and then there's different elements. Depends on what is. I'm developing a chat bot, over 300 conversation chat bot that is going to hold these initial conversations. But it's not for the reason that. So I guess this is me telling y'all what I'm doing next. It's not for the reasons you think. It's not. Don't think about the general conversation in this case, because everything I kind of overdo. I do all these non-scalable things because that is what actually makes you scale. And I know that's a paradox in itself. But if you can still write a handwritten note to 1 million people, it will grow your business faster. That's just something y'all got to understand, okay? Now, back to the heart of what she's saying. So everything Ashley's saying, she's obviously got experience there, and I'll probably be using her. Now, the chat bot is it's more of a filter for me. I want to separate people into many different categories. So the next time we talk to them, we're only talking to them in the way they separated themselves. In their language. You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying something completely different. I want to, if you're a podcasting expert, I want to find that out and only interact with you from podcasting, personal brandish type stuff. Okay. So what happens, so when I say I need help, that's what we're doing now from a human perspective. So for sure, I'm going to automate that with a chat bot. I'm working on it right now. It is just, my hold up is just mastering dialogue flow. If you don't know what that is, it's just pretty much what most chat bots are used, that dialogue flow, mastering that. Now, once all those solutions are done, back to Ashley, I'm still going to have this problem. And this problem is a good problem because my audience doubles every day. As crazy as that sounds, it does. And as much as we automate, that works. So basically what I want to do here, Ashley, is I want to deliver the best, let's just call it, what you call it? It's not customer service. What you call it, Phil? You call it something. It's not customer service. You say something.
Customer loyalty.
Yeah, customer loyalty.
All right. I want to have
client
loyalty. So without the fancy words, here's what's in my head. I want to have the best conversations with the most people possible, because conversations create clients. So let me say this, and it's going to make sense to someone with a mind like Ashley's. I'm pulling up a calculator. Let me read your message first. I need to know what you refuse to compromise on, so that we know. I don't. The only thing I refuse to compromise on is not treating people like the best thing that we've met all day. It has anything else is totally negotiable. But if we leave them and they don't feel like they're the most important thing we've done all day, I'm gonna have a problem. Other than that, don't bother me whatsoever. Don't bother me whatsoever. I see your hand over Latrice. Hold on, let me just show this real quick, and then I'll get Latrice and we'll end. One of my favorite calculators to use, I put it in the chat, because it's not just a calculator. It's and y'all should be learning a whole lot here, okay? You should be learning a whole lot. All right, this is that calculator. Now, We want to get to 7 million. Is that 7 million, Grace? No, I went to public school, man. No, it's 700,000. There you go. There you go. 7 million. So 7 million is 35% of what number? So what I'm basically saying is, what number is 35%? Or 7 million is 35% of what number? And what I'm saying is, I want to have a 35% conversion rate at best. Now it's going to be more, but I'm projecting for worst case scenario. 35% conversion rate is what I want. That means, I want to put this out real quick. So here's my agenda, Ashley. And once you hear this, then you'll be able to use your big brain and your gifts. It all makes sense. This means Antonio is looking to have 20 million high quality conversations in the next 760 days. Listen to what Ashley said, man. You know, the videos was great. And then now I get to interact better. I'm not looking. Is that difficult? Yeah. Has any company ever did it? I don't know. But I'm on my way.
What about small conferences like this, but smaller? But it's depending on your time scale. That's the challenge. That's the concern. Like,
well, the good thing is I got a bunch. That's fantastic. I got a bunch of talented people. I got Phil and Susan and you know, Grace and Jerry. I got a bunch of people who can knock that out. You, right? I got a bunch of people. It don't have to just be me. And that's not my leadership style for it to just be me anyway. So I don't have to worry about that at all. Let me get you Latrice real quick, and then I'll get Vanessa.
Oh, I just wanted to say that my the new person I have on my team, success team, her name is Deidre, and she is a virtual executive administrator, and she can be some help for you.
Okay, I just saw her thing in the chat. Well, shout out to you.
All right, that was it.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you, Vanessa. You want to say something?
I pass.
Oh, okay.
I was just in agreement with you.
Yes, got you.
All right.
So here is the thing here. What I'm doing now, I've always done it, but now this is a scaling year. I want to have, actually, I try it 7 to 6 days. To be honest with you, I want to have 20 million conversations by December 31st, 2021. But I know passive conversations, right? Hear me and hear me well. This is the most important thing I've said all year. High quality conversations create clients. If you can have 20 million, if you can have a conversation with one person, there is a strong possibility that one person would then opt into a monthly subscription. Grace, calculator, please. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Grace is going to put in her calculator 7 million people paying $19 a month. When you see this figure, my friends, I need you not to see this figure as a total. You need to see this figure as a monthly total. Grace, what is that number?
That is $133 million.
Yeah.
$133 million a month.
So what we're basically having, Ashley, is $133 million a month conversation. All right, there you go. Do you understand? Do y'all get what I'm saying? Now, Grace, multiply that by 12 now, please. I know the number already, Grace, because of I look at this every day. I got it written down. But if you could just say it.
$1,596,000,000.
We're not talking about net worth. You stop the screen, Grace. We're not talking about net worth, my friends. We're talking about cash. If none of that makes sense to you, I'll make it make sense to you. Here's my thingy. It says money goal, right? I got this broken down. 760 days. India. So I just did that just for America at the worst case scenario. I did not factor in the average ticket, nor did I factor in United Kingdom, nor did I factor in India. But by the time you finish with my projections here, that's $1.164 billion a year. This means something else. We won't talk about this right now, which ends up being $3.028 billion a year. And in order to get to that number, Ashley, I only need 6,940,000 people. So what y'all think I'm talking about, I'm talking way past that. So I'm trying to give you as much information as possible so you can see, so your big brains can go all big brainy, and you can go, oh yeah, and Ashley can go to sleep, have a dream, have a vision, and then becomes the next star of ATS. Y'all understand what I'm saying? What you have to do, well, I don't want to say what you have to do, but what I have to do, this is my purpose, okay? What I have to do is I'm in tune now with 20 million conversations. So it's not that I'm spreading myself too thin, because I'm gonna do that regardless. And I'm gonna spread you too thin. Do you understand? Because that's the goal. How you have 20 million conversations in
every
a year?
day.
Every day. You know what I'm saying?
Spread it.
Yeah.
What a bread it. What a bread.
How you have 20 million conversations in a year without being spread thin? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what we're talking about is nearly impossible. Of course, we can have videos have conversations. We can have chat bots have conversations. There's a lot of things you can automate, but still at the end of the day, we still have some of us have conversations. Then you have small conferences, as Ashley said, have conversations. Big conferences have conversations. It means your conferences get larger. You go from 100 people at a conference to 10,000 people at a conference, right? You start chipping at that number. But what I'm trying to get y'all to see is, Jerome, I'm not talking about winning. I'm talking about failing our way to $3.5 billion cash a year. Because I only put in a 35% conversion rate. My system is built like this here. Give everything away for free. And then 35% of those people would be like the blind leopard, the leopard that came back and said, thank you, Jesus. And the other 9 walked away. I'm not worried about the 9. The 9 served their purpose. My business system is fit on the one Phil and the one Susan who comes back. That's my business system. You get what I'm saying? Those other 9 are just supposed to be views so we look cool. That 35% that came back, that's who we build wealth with. That's my business model. That doesn't have to be your business model. But here's the cool part about that, Ashley. I get customers for free. You get it? Like, so this is 20 million free conversations. So instead of having a high customer acquisition cost, sometimes you hear that called CAC, I don't have that. So if we're going to have a low customer acquisition cost, which we do, at most we pay 2 cents per customer. Then guess what that means from a universal perspective? We got to have a high energy cost. So you can't have a low customer acquisition and have low energy output. You can't have both. When you give up one, you got to overcompensate. The universe requires, it's called law of compensation. It requires you add in the other place. My business model forces us to be spread thin and have real conversations with people. If I choose a different business model, I don't have to do that. But that's not the person I am, and that's not the business that I'm building. We're building business. We want psychological profiles on everybody. We're building business to where we have real, and this is the word, I'm choosing this word again, fellowship. That means something different. When you fellowship with somebody, you done fooled around and broke some bread. There's been some sacrifice. Don't make me start using the words y'all like. Okay, somebody's in the midst when you fellowship. All right, I'm trying to let y'all make it. Yeah, but you
watch yourself.
Better go ahead now, because you done said it 4 times. And you be trying not to say nothing.
All right.
But that is what it is.
It is.
That's what I love about the ATS. I say it all of the time.
That's why ATS
Our
feel different.
fellowship.
Yeah, you could have more church over a barbecue and some Bud Light limes than you can have in some places with the 4 walls and the steeple on top and stuff. So anyway, let me just end this here. That's where I'm at. Ashley, Deanna, let's talk about her email today and let's get with her. She's got you got 4 different type of people. You have seekers, and you got believers, and you got workers. Ashley has moved herself to a worker. She keeps trying to find her way to work and help. Okay. And
She sure does. I love it.
We're not going to deny her from the work she wants to do. Go ahead, Phil.
I don't think we mentioned it yet today, but today is Martin Luther King Day.
Yes,
and I think everybody would be well served to listen to his I Have a Dream speech. And then remember, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Martin Luther King.
Amen to that. Amen to that. We will have, unless Phil and Susan don't want to, we will have the humor consultants show the business incubator that they do on Monday nights. We will have that tonight. Okay, we will have that tonight. You all would just be off in the office wise, with the exception of your appointments. Basically, it just means no stress. You just do your thing, and then we will reconvene back tomorrow. But no classes are canceled. So we will be on all of those for sure. I want to compliment just a few people real quick. Since I was on Ashley, I just want to compliment Ashley for just jumping right in, and she's such a valuable person already, and that's the kind of stuff that gets you noticed. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all catch that later. I want to compliment Kathy, and for her, Kathy understands. I'm still impressed that she is willing to show up even when she doesn't have anybody, and that's a big deal. That's a big deal. You hear me, Kathy? Complimenting you? You hear me? All right, there you go. Okay. So I definitely want you all to that. And then I want to compliment Tyranny. Tyranny posted a video so cold, y'all. 2 of them. Where you at, Tyranny? Show your face, all right? Let me see that dimple. There it is. Look at that dimple, y'all. Look at that dimple. She posted a video inviting people to the CEO conference last night. And it said, if you want to come, she had a text number, said, text me, I'll send you an invite. So brilliant. And there was a bunch of people who came too. It was so brilliant. And then she's got this energy about it. And then she did an after overflow meeting on live. And me and Donnie listened to the whole thing. We did. We listened to the whole thing. Yep. We listened to the whole thing together.
I started to watch part of this morning.
And she started to watch part this morning. It was really, really good. And so I want to compliment you because, Ashley said she saw it. I want to compliment you. And Daoud said she's the boss because you're finding new ways to be excellent. I meant what I said. Okay. You're finding new ways to be excellent. And there's nothing, you can't pay for that kind of excellence. I don't know how to put a price on that. I don't even know how to, like, if I say, all right, everybody, let's build a company from zero. I don't even know how to build what you just did. Like, I don't even know how to say that. I don't even know how to put that in a class to where I can say, and one day someone's going to go live. And no, I don't know. You can't build that. That's just something that's in you that, God allows us to experience through you. That's it. You can't plan for that. You can't teach that. That's just something that's for you. So I wanted to give you that compliment. Other people should be complimented, but I'll stop right there. Congratulations to everybody as I mean, is that Tanya? Free to be? Is that Tanya? Okay. Congratulations, as Tanya just said to everybody. Last thing, you will have new software. Y'all keep signing people up. You will have new success software very soon, and we'll be switching over. Take a little bit of work, but it won't be too hard. And on that software, you will be able to see your success team members' name and their phone number, so you can be more of a servant leader to them. Okay, that's very important moving forward for y'all. We want Tyranny to be able to call Jessica in Wyoming, who just signed up, their first person. Like, imagine being able to take charge of your own team and doing your own contest, or having the power to fly out to someone because they just signed up 7 people in one day and you just wanted to take them to a steak dinner or a vegan dinner just because that's the leadership style of your team. Imagine that. So you'll be moving forward to that. And you're going to do that in less than 45 days. I can guarantee you. Okay. Less than 45 days. That will be your new reality. And from there, I expect all of you, and Ashley's going to like this, to have high quality conversations. You understand? With those people to help get to that 20 million. Y'all feel me? There you go. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plant better. You can dominate. Thank you so much, everybody. Everyone who is new and all the parents and stuff on the call, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Phil, tell us about what you're covering tonight, and we're done. We're done now.
We're just covering 11 things you need to remember to be an expert. Remember, we're not speakers with expertise. We're experts who speak.
Boom. There it is. All right, everybody. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Deanna, call me right after this. All right, everybody.
Love you.
Love you more.
Love you more. Y'all have a great day.
We did it again. Verizon was just named America's most reliable network by Root Metrics for the 16th time in a row, proving once again that nobody builds networks like Verizon builds networks. That's why we're building 5G right. That's why there's only one best network, Verizon. Best and most reliable based on Root Metrics reports from second half 2013 to first half 2021 of 3 operators on all network types combined, not specific to 5G networks.
Join cybersecurity leaders like Chris Krebs and speakers from CrowdStrike, Duo Security, Code42, and Microsoft at the Insider Risk Summit on September 14 and 15. It's totally free and totally virtual. Learn what it means to rethink resilience for security in the context of risk and an evolving workforce culture. Tune in to hear from world-class experts in Zero Trust, Dr. Chase Cunningham and John Kindervag. To register for the free Insider Risk Summit on September 14 and 15, visit insiderrisksummit.com.